Hey there, and welcome back to Utility Sports. We kind of have some developing news with James Harden in Houston. Obviously, there's been a lot of word this offseason that he wants out of Houston. There's been some rumors that he's called their environment toxic. And right now, I think a trade might be developing behind the scenes as Woj is reporting here that James Harden has recently indicated to Houston that he's open to a trade to Philly or other contenders. So far, there have been no substantive talks with the Sixers, and Daryl Morey has been adamant that he wants to keep the two young stars, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. So I think that's really big news. I really do think that James Harden wants out of Houston. It's kind of interesting now with John Wall there, what's going to happen. And he hasn't been showing up to his workouts. So I think there's definitely something on the horizon here before the NBA season starts. James Harden clearly wants out of Houston. We heard a ton of rumors. James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets. We've heard James Harden potentially being traded to the Warriors. The Warriors were in on him, but now there are reports that they're potentially out on him, but I don't see that likely. I think behind the scenes, they're trying to get something done for James Harden, and they do have the assets to do so. They have the Wolves pick. They have the money matcher and Wiggins. You're going to have to throw in more contracts to make that work, but the Andrew Wiggins part of it is the big deal because you can almost get there. You have quite a bit of the salary taken up by Andrew Wiggins and then another player or two, and then you're to the James Harden money. Plus, they have that Wolves asset that they can dangle in front of the Rockets. So a lot going on here. I think the Warriors are a likely destination. I think Brooklyn is also a very likely destination as they do have a lot of nice young assets. They do have Jared Allen, they have Spencer Dinwiddie, they have Karis LeVert. So they have some guys that they can dangle in front of Houston and say, here, this is what we have to offer. And I think a deal should get done before the season starts. Steven Silas just keeps, referring to asking James Harden when he's going to come back. I think there's a reason he's not back. I don't think that he's really doing this just because he doesn't want to show up. I think it's more holding out for a trade to happen. I think behind closed doors, he's telling Houston, get a deal done. Let's move on. I don't want to be here anymore. So for the Houston Rockets, they're in a position where they have to kind of field some offers and see, what's the best course of action for them. Obviously, he doesn't really want to be there. So I really am interested to see where the Rockets take it from here. I think the Warriors, even though they said that they are not interested, I do believe behind the scenes they are working on something because they have potentially the best asset to give up aside from Philly with the Ben Simmons. But Daryl Morey says he doesn't want to give up on trading one of them. I think Ben Simmons would probably be the piece that would be sent to Houston as the focus around the trade. It's really unfortunate for the Rockets if they aren't able to get him in that deal because they do still have the Golden State option with the Wolves pick, but they would really, really like to get Ben Simmons in a deal, obviously. So there's a lot developing here out of Houston. I'm really interested to see if the Nets try to go do something because Kevin Durant called cap on the James Harden trade rumors, and I'm not really sure what to expect out of Brooklyn. So there's so many different places that he could end up. He wants to play on a contender. I think those are three very likely options with Golden State, Philly, and Brooklyn. And, all of them have been rumored. But I think it's going to be, Daryl Morey loves James Harden. And I know he said he wants to keep those two young stars. I think he's just trying to leverage a better trade value for him. It's going to be kind of tough to see, where this goes. But I think the Sixers would be benefited by trading for James Harden. Obviously, he's a top-tier player in the world. So there's a lot that has to unravel here, and we'll keep following Woj and his reporting and just kind of seeing where this goes. It might take only a couple days to get this done. Maybe something even gets done today. We're not really sure. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll keep you updated on the whole James Harden trade situation and, other trade rumors that are developing as the offseason continues. So thanks, everybody, for watching, and stay tuned.